The Dream Walk by Emily Potter. Chapter 1. I am the one on the stage, but this evening is about you. I would like to tell you a story, and specifically tell a story to the little inner child in you, because the little inner child in us loves stories. This story is about dreams. I want to connect to the inner child in you because the inner child in you has not been jaded or wounded by all of the things in the world that can wound us. Our little inner child loves to go on adventures with dreams and still believes in dreams. Our little inner child knows that the essence of being human is dreaming. So with your permission, I'd like to invite each of your wildest, most impossible dreams to swirl around this room and to let them be serenaded by me. Let me sing you a song. Let me sing you a song, sweet as a lullaby, cool as the dew at dawn, gentle as a fall. I'll sing to you until you don't know where the blues have gone. Let me sing you a song. So when you walk, you float. When you smile, you glow. And if you ever feel sad again, you'll come back for more. Let my love pour like sunshine through the window, streaming down to your very core. This love is what this life is for. Chapter 2, Believe in the Dream. I would like to take you on my healing journey. I've made my healing journey into a musical. In 2019, I was both a full-time musician and a mentor for other musicians. And right about the time that my business was booming, I started to get pretty severe symptoms. But I could still ignore those symptoms. My sinusitis, my runny nose that just would not stop running, just meant that I had to keep a tissue with me everywhere I went. My eczema, it just meant that I had to wear a lot of long sleeves, a lot of scarves. But it was my frozen shoulder that really got my attention. I could no longer raise my arm above my neck. I had good reason why I was ignoring these symptoms. Nothing I had tried so far had ever worked. Doctor visits, surgeries, candida cleanses, essential oils, Chinese herbs, lymphatic massages, homeopathy, drinking apple cider vinegar, It's just that they couldn't heal chronic illness. So this dream I had of being healthy was about to require me to get out of my comfort zone, far beyond what I've ever tried before. And this is something that I'd like to connect with your dreams about, that most of the time when we dream, it starts with feeling impossible. It starts with having your dreams, my dreams, looking at us, staring us in the face, asking you to believe in them. Burning desire, obsession on fire. The sun rises every day, despite the darkest night. So can I, so can I. This is my diary for the dream. My legacy. When the rain won't fall, when I'm trapped in prison walls, when I can't even crawl, believe in you. Burning desire, obsession on fire. Rises every day, despite the darkest night. So can I, so can I'm crying so hard I can't see. I believe in the dream, to be lazy. But gotta believe with no ship on the horizon, when your faith is dead and gone. Tomorrow still may come. Believe in your burning desire, your obsession on fire. The moon rises every night, despite the darkest day. Unafraid, unafraid. Child, believe in your dreams. Dream stealers are running wild. Protect your dreams. When the rain won't fall, when you're trapped in prison walls, when you can't even crawl, when you can't even crawl, believe in Chapter 3, Dinner with You. I was very resistant when I first learned about medical medium. Anyone else out here? While first reading the book, I was experimenting with a new trend of guzzling down goat broth and raw cow's milk. I was reading my first medical medium book when I was first introduced to a man named Jason, and it was during that same era. that I was reading the book and getting to know medical medium information, that I also found myself falling in love with this man. And the two events happening simultaneously were about to completely change my life. After about a year of getting to know Jason, I found myself with a one-way ticket from Utah to Maryland to start life with him, to build life with him and his two children. At this time, my body was still falling apart, holding on for dear life. But I was still ignoring the symptoms. I didn't know what else to do. And so during those first times, those first months with Jason, we would enjoy food together. We would have desserts together. And I remember this one time, as a one dessert together, we made homemade donuts in canola oil over our stove. And there were many times like that, lots of just very fun foods because we had a new relationship we wanted to celebrate. But slowly, as I was reading the books, I learned how to make new versions of absolutely everything, including donuts. And the donuts that I started making for Jason and me were made out of oat flour, and they were baked, and they were delicious. At this time, my symptoms still weren't getting any better, no improvements, but something else was changing inside of me. Meals started to become events, something to look forward to, something to go shopping for especially. I would read in the book some exciting recipe that I couldn't wait to try, and so then when Jason came home from work, I would have dinner and I'd have dessert all ready for him, and I was so excited. I was enjoying it so much. So then all of a sudden, where dinner used to just be something nice, now it became this exquisite event to look forward to. And dinner started to become one of our favorite times of the day. Save the world today, after you've done all you can do, after you've shown your sunshine all over the grave, after the sun is done too, I'll have dinner for you. Kick off your shoes, kick off your shoes, come to the table, it's ready for you. Pull out your chair before we share about our day like a story. You kiss me like a prayer at dinner with you. I tell a story about something or nothing. Your belly full, you tell me you've outdone yourself again. My love for you, I'll stoke the fires up again tomorrow to taste and celebrate dinner with you. Tell a story about something or nothing. My heart's so full, I tell you, you've outdone yourself again. I cannot wait to savor all of our tomorrow, to taste and celebrate dinner with you. Chapter 4, we are here. And then things started to change. Something happened that I have never experienced in my entire life. I saw changes, but they were not improvements. I was getting much, much worse. I had to close down my business. I now had no full-time income coming in. I now only had income if I was pet sitting for an occasional pet-sitting neighbor once in a while. I became partially housebound for the next 2 years. The eczema that I had just as a rash before was now wet with pus and blood coming out of my skin. My childhood asthma returned. And there was one time that I was standing in front of the bathroom mirror in a very severe coughing fit. And I stopped breathing. I was looking at myself in the mirror and I stopped breathing. And I couldn't even call for help. The mucus in my lungs was suffocating me. Gratefully, the mucus changed directions, changed positions just in time for me to take a couple of shallow breaths. But I understood the gravity of my situation. There was nowhere else for me to go. I couldn't go to the regular doctors anymore. They didn't have any answers for me. And I was reading the books and I was trying, but I had no idea what was happening. Why was I getting worse, not better? Within 24 hours of that incident, I was holding in my hand an inhaler, a steroid inhaler. And I looked down at that inhaler. And after doing cleanse after cleanse after cleanse after cleanse, now I had an inhaler. And I was poisoning my body. And it was a definite step back. And it was very, very hard on my soul, and I felt so alone. I continued to read the books, and I learned what was happening, that I was detoxifying from decades of poisons. I couldn't expect my body to be able to do that in just a couple of months. So, I got the strength to crawl to the kitchen and juice more celery. Dreamers are understood to be connected to fairies and princesses, but I believe that dreamers must be warriors. They must look their fears in the eye and overcome them. Not be afraid and do what they know is right. I believe that this is why we came to earth, is to overcome those things that take us down, that want to take us down, and overcome them and be the heroes of our own story. I believe that is why we are here. Not saying I can fix you, I don't feel the need to, cause we're not broken. When will we let that soak in? I don't need you to love me or think anything I do is necessary. I just got a little time on this sphere. We are here. Danced on my birthday in this bodysuit of flame. Everywhere around me, people were dancing free. Across the room was vision, asking me to make a decision. Cross this floor like death was near. Start right. Will I? Will I run or crawl on fumes? Will I dance across this room? Will I skirt the walls and not be seen? Will I taste like sweat? I am done with my 100 years around the sun. How will I enter the tomb? Will I dance across this room? I'm gonna make it to the world stage, one truth flying off my set page. Believe in a dream. We'll see our people dance free. Purpose flows in my veins, so I'm burning the midnight oil again to cross the room without fear. We are here. We are here. We are here. We are here. I was living in a nightmare during that detoxification process. Jason witnessed me, and he held me as I cried night after night after night. And you remember, this is our first couple of years together in our relationship. He'd come home from work, and he'd see that I still hadn't even got out of my pajamas. It was too painful. I hadn't moved off of that yellow couch in the living room. Well, I'm learning to surrender. Well, I'm learning to let go. Let go, learning to let go. I watched the fire burn in ceremony. I said thank you to the old, as it was burning. It was beautiful. I'm bringing in a new and surrendering. I'm ready for the cold. I am welcoming beautiful. Surrender, beautiful. Surrender. Thank you to the fire. Thank you to the flame. Surrender her. Surrender her. Surrender. 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 Chapter 6, Hero's Journey. This era was a huge stress on my relationship with Jason. He was pretty angelic through it all, but the burden of watching me suffer, in addition to the burden of having to put all of our relationship dreams on hold, was too significant to ignore. The version of me that he fell in love with was full of life and vibrancy and dancing and singing. This version of me needed to ask him to help me walk from the kitchen to the couch. Sometimes one of the greatest gifts he could possibly do was just juice my celery for me. This dream of wanting to be healthy, this right of life that I had, was asking everything of me. I lost several of my best friends during this era. I lost my income, my health, my security. My connection to music was completely gone. Was I about to also lose my partner? This was very hard for me. He had a wonderful life to pursue, and he didn't know what he was signing up for. So I started to imagine that I might have to let him go enjoy his life. We would either have to set each other free, or we would have to find a way to dig in deeper and find in us even deeper love. Yesterday, we woke up among the sheets of our new love song. The first play, with all the reasons to change who we've been our whole life long. In your eyes I see a door to your kingdom. In our bed I feel an invisible wall. In our song I hear a verse still unwritten. An adventure's calling. For deeper love, 'cause life is burning with colors of a fire. And our hero's journey from the chorus it looks dire. It's the point of no returning when we jump in this abyss. Is it the end? Or will the music lead us home again? In verse 2, my plane is landing in the desert sandy shore. You'll do you. We'll watch what dies in us and what gets reborn. Before I go, I'll place a muse on our altar. When she glows, we'll feel her invitation near. May we blow down and tame any monsters that hide our true selves in fear. For deeper love, 'cause life is burning with colors of a fire. Our looks dire. It's the point of no return, and when we jump in this abyss, is it the end? Or will the music lead us home again? What gems await you and me? What soul elixirs will we drink? This bridge leads us to the end or the beginning. So what will we write in our verse 3? Chapter 7, The Land of Beautiful People. One night at 3 a.m., while I was itching desperately on our yellow couch in the living room where I pretty much lived, I read a message on Instagram from a woman who was healing, who had already healed her eczema. She was doing all of the same lifestyle changes that I currently was. She was just a few years ahead. And she wrote to me and said, "Emily, just keep going. You will heal. Keep going. Keep going." I held onto that message like a lifeline. Soon after, I found an organization called the Underdog Warriors, and they sent me a scholarship of a box of Vimergy supplements. I couldn't believe that people who had never even met me wanted me to heal so badly that they could give me a scholarship for the medical medium tools like Vimergy supplements. I couldn't believe it. And I promised myself that right as soon as I was healed enough, I would give back like that to people who were struggling like I am. More and more, I started connecting to the community. Online, there were people, so many people out there healing. And they had walked years before I had. They were turning around and saying to people like me, "Keep going, keep going. You will get to the other side. Keep going. You will heal." I believe that our dreams are powerful enough that right when we need those earth angels to come into our life, our dreams call them in. That's exactly what happened. And it felt like I was on this full, new, beautiful land of beautiful people. You don't seem to come from around here. From the way you walk and the way you talk to me, it's crystal clear. From a land I used to know as a child. It's been so long I have forgotten where I played free blind. But I remember it again now like a dream. You've reflected like a mirror back to me. You come from the land of beautiful people like you. bitter and closing down the heart. Then a slow poison takes the mind and soul, till everyone is cold and lonely everywhere you go. But not you, you remember where we come from. You remind me in your every expression. You come from a land of beautiful people, like you seem to shine. Not your hair and skin, lit up from within. Beauty comes from the way you make me feel when I'm with you. Why do I forget how beautiful I am? Maybe we forget so that we can remember again. I think I might have met you just in time. I feel stronger now to stand my ground and defy the lies. There's a power I feel with my heart wide open. I know now how I can feel this way again. To play on my childhood land whenever I remember. It's my birthright to live my life in beauty and splendor. I come from a land of beautiful people, like you seem to shine. Not your hair and skin, not enough from within. You make me feel so beautiful whenever I'm with you. You're so beautiful from the way you make me feel when I'm with you. Chapter 8, Stardust. The worst of the detox symptoms took about 10 months. And then I started to heal. I started to heal. I started to meet new friends. But these friends weren't just friends, they became so family. Some individuals I recognized from before this life. I believe that we decided to connect here again so that we could do this beautiful work in helping heal ourselves and helping heal the world. And do you remember that I got that box of supplements and I made that promise to myself that I would give back to others when I was healed enough. And I kept that promise. And I'm happy to say today that I started a foundation of my own. It's called the Patron Project, and it specifically helps people in the same situation that I was in. We help people who have become incredibly, severely, chronically ill, and they have lost their income, and they're trying so hard to heal with medical tools. So what we do is we set up patronage for them to receive monthly income every month, so that they can go and afford and have access to wild blueberries and celery and buy a juicer of their own. And it's just beginning to get started, and I'm very excited about it. And I believe that some of those individuals are going to be able to then, when they get healed again, turn back and help people walk the way they've gone through what they're going through. So many of those people I continue to meet, and some of them are in this room right now. And this retreat is a manifestation of people coming together, because this week people are making profound changes and decisions that are going to change who they are from this point on. It's this week that it'll be a time where you say, life was before that retreat and life after that retreat. Everything changed. And because I want to honor that for you, for this song, I'm going to get up from behind this piano, and I'm going to take off this microphone, and I'm going to walk around the room, and I'm going to look each one of you in the eye and celebrate that you are in this room today. First, I'm going to get the right key. I hold my sleeves up, show you my scars. You wash them in love with the blink of your eyes. Now I'm dancing with the sunshine, with my eyes, living in the skies. I remember you when you shimmered as stardust, all because it ends. Ooh, that dazzling soul still outshining the light. It's nice to see you. I set the truth free from my refuge. You cure the escape with the breath of your lungs. Now I'm seated in the garden, and the earth with my stage. This craft, it has begun. I remember that spark when we shimmered like stars, gone because it ends. That dazzling soul still outshining the dark. It's nice to see you. We were born in a world of shadows. They'll stare you till you're blind. But beyond the stars, I know I am brave enough to shake it off and shine. You held the man, embraced the man, and shared your own. Now I'm lying down on the carpet like I'm queen of the land. Less afraid and less alone. I remember your spark when we shimmered like stardust. Oh, because of it ends. That dazzling soul is still outshining the dark. It's nice to see you. Ooh, it's nice to see you. Woo! We have 2 more chapters of our story, chapter 9 and chapter 10. I had made it through the nightmare, and I got to the other side. Everyone take a deep breath with me. Oh. I knew our purpose in life. I now have a community. Jason and I are doing very well. We just chatted right before this performance, and he said, "Go get it, my love." My frozen shoulder healed, and I didn't even notice. It was one of those symptoms. I had so many. I couldn't even remember what was healing and what was not. That is an amazing thing, to be able to do this. The eczema that covered 100% of my body now only comes once in a while in flares because I am still healing. And it will never be the way it was before. I have the energy to write music, to perform music, to create music. And my dream of being healthy has brought riches to my life that I never thought were possible. I overcame fears, both physical and emotional, and my life is rich. The word I like to use, grand adventure. I thought a life of ease would please. Now I understand. I want my life to be grand. To sleep in the shade, I wouldn't trade, but still I'll run my toes in the sand. I want my story to be grand. I don't want my life to feel bland. I want my story to be grand. So much out there to fear. I can watch it from my balcony, year after year, but it feels wrong. Just coming I saw when I could leave the bed. I want my life to be grand. I want my story to be grand. Adventurous, grand. Chapter 10, the last chapter, my Emily. In those darkest nights when I spent those hours visually itching, looking up at the sky, the ceiling, from that yellow couch that we threw away after I healed, I dreamt a new dream, and I said, someday, I dream of playing music in a retreat center someday. I dream of playing for people who are really health conscious, made me understand medical medium like I'm learning how to. I would love to be somewhere warm, that I could walk around barefoot and have tropical fruits. Maybe some sprouts. I would love to play my original songs and tell my healing story, imagining that I'm going to get on the other side of this. And together we share this moment of inspiration. Maybe they're going through something and I can inspire them and say, keep going, keep going. We're going to heal. Keep going. Maybe I can do that for them in a way that is musical and inspirational and telling my story of how I'm going to get to the other side. Being here with you in this dome this evening is a literal dream come true. May the adventure have all of us living our hero's journey. May we overcome our fears. May we remember how courageous we are. Maybe we remember why we are here at all. And more than anything, may we connect to that little inner child in us that is not too jaded, not too broken by this world. We remember that dreaming is the essence of being human. It's what brings us hope in the morning. May we connect to that little inner child who likes to hear stories, have a little story time. And I thank you so much for listening to my story. I thank you so much for being here and believing in yourself and your own healing path. And now you get to hear a song as I end my story. A song that I wrote to my little inner child, Emily, my sweet little Emily, who likes to sing and dance and play. Emily, you're never born. Gypsy troubadour, on your flying unicorn. Ribbons down her hair, you dance and don't care if they stare. Wild and soft and rare and free. My Emily, tonight your faith in magic faded. Cause justified to get jaded. But you crossed your arms like a little girl. You gave your bag of fairy dust a swirl. My Emily, the universe spins under your skin. Shooting stars your sleeve lets you hug the ridiculous. Shut off all the awfulness to chug life's happiness. But tonight your faith in magic faded. Because justified to get jaded. But you stood your ground like a stubborn little girl and gave your bag of fairy dust a swirl. My Emily, you're never born. Your innocence explored. The child feels adored as years ferment and cynics relent. You're transcendent and you. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you all, please. Thank you. Encore! Emily, over here, over here! No here, no here, right here, right here!
Flowers are dying, whales are crying, macaws in the Amazon are sighing because we ain't making love. Make love to me. Let's say goodbye to our 9 to 5. Sail to the island of our dreams. We both know the world needs us so. Trees grow and someday these are getting lazy. The sky's a little hazy. Before the wild world goes crazy, it's time to make love, love, love. Ooh, make love to me.